Well, how are we doing? We're in here a little late tonight. We're on call for work here. We got called in late. We were rushing home trying to get here. We only missed the first 10 laps this one. We've had our first caution of the night. Man, I am so disappointed. We had an entire new broadcast getting set up, ready to go. Unfortunately, we just didn't get back in time. So next week, we'll have all the new features coming up for you guys here on the CSR broadcast channel. It is going to look awesome. Really excited to get that going for you guys, but as well as my favorite cars in the NASCAR series here, the Gen 6. I mean, this is going to be the best block of I think the whole season for the MOTD series. Is these guys getting ready to stack back up. We are, like I said, we're on lap, I believe, lap 11 or 12. Want to give a huge shout out Alex Lieboff for grabbing the win last week for the MOTD series, or 2 weeks ago, excuse me, for the MOTD series, while we missed that one. And the lights are off on the pace car. We'll get you guys all caught back up. We have a lot of information to go over. We owe these guys big time. So next week, we're going to spend a lot of effort on next week's broadcast. I mean, it's owed for the MOTD series. We have not been up to our standard here. There's a lot going on with work and stuff as of late, just throwing a wrench into everything. But I am pumped to watch this one. A lot of the familiar paint schemes, but I tell you what, these Gen 6 cars just hit differently. I mean, they race differently. They look fantastic. I like these so much more than the next gen. Just my personal preference. The racing, the side drafting, the entire package of the Gen 6 just exemplifies what super speedway racing should be. And I think some of the best super speedway racing that iRacing has to offer right here in the Gen 6 car. Right now, out front, Bobby Wetzel, Mr. Drift, Sam Taylor, Jason Branch, Dillon, and the 12, and James Tinder. Al Lincoln's a multi-time winner this season. Jeremiah Nelson, Craig Martin, Dave Scott rounding out your top 10. Looking like we have some guys going from the back to the front right now. Josh McKinney looking like he's coming off pit road here, involved in the first incident. Oh, Scott Wise as well. I mean, literally doing the Tokyo slide down the back straightaway here, you see. So that car's suspension is destroyed. Got caught up early trying to save that fast repair because, like I said, we're only a couple laps into this one. So he's trying not to get that car too tore up. Use the fast repair. I think he's going to try to limp this around. The unfortunate part for him, however, is going to be trying to keep that thing on the lead lap. Right now, getting ready to wrap up the first caution of the evening. The green flag is back out. 11 laps down out of 100. Lap 12. Wetzel gets a great jump here off the start, and we are back green here at Daytona. We got a new monitor as well this week, so let me know here in the comment section if that is kind of screwing with anything going on. Oh, Google, speaking of screwing with things, well, how about that? Google just decides to, hey, we're just going to throw some stuff up in front of your face right there. As we try to check on the integrity of the stream, that decided that it just wants to, do its own thing out there. As 4 wide, heading into the corner, and the 11's going to catch the outside wall somehow, some way. No, they're still getting squirrely. The caution flag is out. The 94 is around. Dave Scott just missing, but the 11 of Jeremiah Nelson caught up, and that DJ Waddle may have also got a piece. That Scott Wise is going to be able to try to get the repairs that he needs over here. Oh, okay, Stam Studio Network, go away over there, as we'll get a look at this one. We saw them 4 wide getting into the corner. SDK, that was the other thing we're getting ready to get rid of, is SDK. I don't know, they used to have such a better product than this, than having to do all this rewinding nonsense with their product. But we're getting ready to do something about that as well. But you see them going down the back straightaway here. The side draft in these cars is just immaculate. You can see the runs these guys get. Drift kind of in that middle groove right now, kind of in the no man's land. He decides to go back down the racetrack. Yeah, just a little bit of contact. Actually, looking like it might be net code between the 12 and the 14 is the only reason that this really transpires here. So let's go back. I want to see if we can get a better look right here between the 12 and the 14, or the 12 and the 14. Put it back in quarter speed there. So he slides up the racetrack just a tad. Nope, we do have a little bit of contact between the 12 and the 14. I'm sure incidental. Man, that's, you know what? I think, let's see if we can get a look from Mr. Branch here. I really want to dive into this because this one seems a little odd. Let's go roll bar cam here for the 12. So right here, the 12-14. I mean, it's net code, but they're probably going to end up making contact. I don't know if it would have been that much contact. So I'm going to chalk that up to just a net code thing. You can make it 4-1. You got to have the guys that are going to be able to hold the line. And this series definitely has it, but yeah, you can see there, we definitely got some adjustments to make there for SDK because we have a much larger monitor now. But the 12 ends up using his faster pair. That hands the lead to James Tinder here as we are under our second caution of the evening. Want to get you guys all caught up with what's going on for the MOTD series. So let's go ahead. Let's get a look at the let's see if we can find it, because like I said, we had to go back and scramble to get back all of our old stuff here. Really disappointed we didn't get that working. So if we can get it working, you guys are really gonna like what we have coming up here for you guys, especially for the finale of this season. But let's get the schedule up here for the MOTD series. You see it here in the second to last block here tonight, starting off at Daytona in the Gen 6 iRacing Super Speedway, Atlanta, Talladega. Then we are in the Gen 4s to finish this season out for the MOTD series. So a lot of the guys that we are familiar with running with, very, very, very good in these cars. We'll see if this is where they can kind of put the stamp on their season, maybe turn some things around and give them some momentum heading into the Gen 4 block here for the Masters of the Draft. Let's get you back to your live screen. We also get you all your point standings and everything. As this evening continues to transpire, we'll definitely be doing that for you. As we go through the rest of the evening and under caution flag, we'll make sure we get all of our interviews in, caught up with all the guys, and just kind of all the drama, the beef. There's plenty of it here in the MOTD series, but these guys just having a blast so far this season. Really coming down to it at this point. I mean, if you're going to make something happen, this is your almost your last shot to put yourself in a position to do that. Right now, you still got Drift leading the overall standings right now, but only a 14-point advantage over Christian Rhodes. Jason Branch 24 back, then Josh McKinney, Scott Wise 74 and 77 points respectively, Joe Wells 79, Sam Taylor 85, Bobby Wetzel and Greg Thurlow 85, 93. Ryan Wilson is sitting 10, 159 points out. I think even for Thurlow, you're going to need these guys to have some really, really, really bad stretches of races to get yourself up in there. However, 8 races left. Nothing out of the equation. Even if you're a guy like Ryan Wilson, 159 out, you might not get a championship, but might be able to make some noise as this one continues on here for the MOTD series for 2025. Right now, Tinder in the lead, getting ready to get this thing fired back off, getting the green flag ready to go. Pace truck getting ready to make its left-hand turn down pit road. Wrapping up the second caution of the evening. Man, it's just great looking race cars. Well, they're approaching the restart zone. The green flag is back out. 15 laps down. Several more to go. Tinder brings us back to green for the MOTD series. already. Traditionally, we have seen this time and time again here with these Gen 6 cars, depending on the setup, that high side kind of being the dominant one that gets you around the racetrack here. That side draft is just so powerful in these cars with the rear spoilers. We'll get a look at that in just a little bit as we're going back here to Evan Perry, who is up 23 positions right now. You see him at the tail end of this car back. Look at you, Christian Rhodes, going with the reverse scheme here. I like it. Hey, maybe that's the juju you need to get that 4-car victory lane. See him starting to run the outside here. I think if you're going to be in a position to win the outsides, where you're going to want to be is Segredo now pulls up in front of Christian Rhodes there, getting a good push down the back straightaway because of that right there. That side draft is just so big in these cars going around here. Dylan able to now get back here, jumps the outside, sees that outside lane coming. Now here comes Tinder as well, jumping up in front of that. Sparks flying as they approach the trioval here at Daytona. This front pack, things really heating up as they go around here. Jim thought he was in the catbird seat out there on the outside. Now has had 2 guys slide up in front of him here. Jim actually with a little bit of nose damage. If we can get a look at the back bumper, or the front bumper of the 21. Yeah, that thing caved in pretty good right there. So something Jim's going to have to keep an eye on here. Keep an eye on those temps. You see the Chevy nose just in behind him. You see the difference in those 2 noses right now. I think that outside lane really wants to start to make their headway. They really need to get down a little bit tighter on the door of that inside line. They're really maximize that side draft as they go around the 42 car. Looking sharp out there. Got the old Air Force looking scheme on for Kaiser. Thing looks great. Christian Rhodes now jumping out of that high side, moving to the bottom of the racetrack. So we'll check in on our 24 of Alex Leeball here. I think just biding his time right now. The car looking clean, going down the back straightaway. Just hanging out right now and trying not to use that fast repair. Going around, you got DeWitt back here in this line as well. You got Shane Ward on there. That car looking clean as well, going around the racetrack. Dave Scott, who's caught up in that last accident in this pack as well with Waddle. We got, DeWitt right there. Jerry Fassett then bringing up the tail end of the lead lap cars right here. Again, just keeping himself in the position. He's right there with Melnick and Leeball. Keeping the leaders in eye shot, but not wanting to get up in it just yet. There for Jerry Fassett and company. So as they go around, multi-time winner there. Great throwback Tony Stewart scheme there, the old legit Home Depot car. Oh, we got a couple guys moving around up here. Woof, some close calls out front, though. Jason Branch goes ahead and takes it to the point. Drift now. Your points are still looking for us. Oh, Kaiser's going around, and Christian Rhodes is around. Big, heavy contact for several guys back here in the back of the pack. Oh, the 72 of Evan Perry is destroyed. Scott Wise coming around. He wants to see these cautions. That's what he needs to help get that car repaired and save that fashion. That he is trying desperately to hang on to right now. But let's see what brought out the yellow flag here this evening. We saw it somewhere right around the 42. Oh, the 09 of Wetzel, I think. Yeah, the 09 shoves it into the back of the 4, then washes up and goes up and gets the 72. Then the 72 turn down. Turning them down right here. So, yeah, big moment right here. Several guys, some large shots. Jerry Fassett, though, that's right what he wanted. He wanted to stay out of the mess. Yeah, just that little triple push right there. We'll see. Hold on. We'll try to key that up one more time. We'll maybe get you rewound just a little bit further so you can see it right down here on the bottom of the racetrack between the 4 and the 09. They have a huge run right now, but the 4 just has nowhere to go with it. He's going to slam into the back of the 42. That energy is just going to go back and just knock the 09 all out of shape right here. The 42 goes up, and then the 09 just washes up the hill. The 72 is then going to turn the 4. Zach Cato is going to be right there in the mix as well. Joe Wells somehow turns down underneath it. Cato going to get some damage. Oh, Ryan Wilson also. So several teammates in this one. Tommy Rogers looking like he may have caught some damage to the 46. Maybe some nose damage. The 20 coming into your picture is able to just get that thing checked up. Melnick as well. He got bumpers flying. So Christian Rhodes and company going to definitely need that fast repair on this one. Let's see if we can get some looks on board with these guys as they're going around. So tough break for several drivers here. In this one, as you see, Evan Perry still limping that thing around. Definitely going to need a fast repair, as most of your leaders are on pit road. Looking like Craig Martin, Joe Wells, Tim Shiflett, DJ Waddle, Dylan all stayed out on the racetrack. No, Dylan came down pit road. Excuse me, DJ Waddle is the last car on the lead lap to have stayed out right here. We'll get you all caught up with all of your stage break. All of your pitch strategies, I should say. Stage break over here. I'm over here babbling. We do have to make notice, so let's go. Dylan, welcome back, MOTD. Appreciate it. Yeah, is that Hannah Guilds going for Dylan out here tonight? Appreciate you guys. If you guys, that's the one big thing that we forgot to mention. If you look at our instant replay graphics all jacked up too, because we got a new screen. We're going to have to fix all of it. But if you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you go down there. That gear settings, it loves to put it in 480p. The settings are tuned up for way higher. Hit that gear setting, put it up to 1440p, and hit that thumbs up button for us. It will make your race quality 10 times better than what you are looking at traditionally there through YouTube. Get back to our live scene here, making sure that thing looks up to par. Like I said, we had several new parts. We're trying to get a whole new broadcast up for you guys. With the new monitor, should have been able to kind of capture even more to what was going on the racetrack out here, and hopefully that is showing out here. I'm just trying to compare what I'm seeing to what the broadcast is seeing right now. Trying to get that ultra wide shot. Looks a little bit better. We might just have to do some minor adjusting, but nonetheless, we will iron out all the kinks as it continues on here for you guys. Just excited to kind of get everything the way it should be here. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if this maybe... Oh! Now we are in ultra wide, but that's not quite what we want. See the ultra wide view now. Kind of messing with things here. We got borders that we don't want. I'm over here messing. I'm messing with stuff. Oh, now the cars look a little tall. Because we have all this ultra wide stuff, you know. But now YouTube and Streamlabs are not happy with us. So we'll keep playing with it throughout the evening. I want to try to get, you guys let me know over there. If it looks goofy, we will keep playing with it, but I think right now I'm just trying to capture as much as we possibly can out here for you guys. It's still looking a little bordered to me. I don't know. We'll see. You guys let me know what you think. We're going to keep playing with it throughout the evening. Try to get everything up and going. Just so when we go to the new broadcast and all the new features we have coming up, it'll be dialed right in where we want to be. Well, Mr. Martin got to lead us back to the green flag over here. You guys in the comment sections, make sure don't forget shout out who you think is going to be your winner of the race when we get to the 20 to go. Ryan Wilson's got to keep us up to date on how many cautions we've been through. But this is wrapping up the third. The pace truck will make its left-hand turn down pit road and get ready to fire us back off here this evening from Daytona. Gen 6 cars. Craig Martin going to lead us back to green. Get a listen on board.
Green flag.
So 194 on the get up to speed lap. Here comes Jim Segredo back on the outside here. He's going to take the momentum off of turn 4 with the help from the 14. Will he get himself a lap lead? Yes, he will. Now the 14 adrift to the inside, leaving the door open for Zachary Cato, a teammate of Jim Segredo there, to work with him. Still, it seems like the lanes are fairly even here this evening. But it still seems like with the side draft, that high side just is going to have that slight bit of advantage. Now the thing is Daytona's not as wide as Talladega. Who's going to be ballsy to make it 3 wide up there against the wall? You can make it work. You just better have friends with you. 2 and 3 cars is not going to get it done because the bottom side is going to pull, being on the shorter way, so you've got to bring friends with you if you are going to try to use the 3 wide method here. Jim Segredo going to grab himself another lap lead with another good push from a guy that we have heard a lot of guys talking about here lately with how well he pushes and showing about Zach Cato up here in P2. You got Greg Thurlow in the 38, just in behind a guy we saw almost with a disastrous part of his race, Kaiser, but was able to hang on to it. Steve Anderson right there in the 46 on the bottom of the racetrack. And then kind of the rat's nest back here. These guys still working, again, not seeing anything super aggressive as I say that. I see Sam Taylor there in the 9 bounce it off the outside wall. Don't see really any damage on the machine on the 9. Just a little bit of loss of momentum on that car. The 24 still hanging out in the back of the pack right here. They are right in the thick of it. Oh, big contact again for the 72 in the back of this pack. I just saw, once again, the 72 of Evan Perry. Heavy right front damage on this machine. Saw him just hook hard to the outside wall. Looking like maybe the 75 of Dave Scott and the 39 of Shane Ward may have also got a part of it. Tinder, Wetzel, they're all off the pace, but that is from previous damage here. They're just riding around from that last caution. So Evan Perry, I'll see if we got any kind of notifications that they're off track right now. Tinder has a meatball as well for his incident here. We're not going to get the crash notification. Like I said, I'm pretty tired of SDK and the quality they have put out here lately. But, you know, not to beat a dead horse here. So we're going to have to old school rewind here with the driver of the 72 to figure out just what happens here. Going into 1 and 2, the 88 up in the wall. Yeah, it just goes to pull it off the wall. When it finally does, it snaps down the racetrack, goes down and tags the 72. So the 72 just an innocent bystander in all of that. So now the 72 pretty much destroyed there as GEN6 continues to lead us around under green. While we do that, let's go ahead, crank it up. Man, these cars just sound so good getting around this racetrack out here. There's the 21 and 6 continuing to just hold their ground up here on the high side of the 72. And the 88, unfortunately, unless you get a long string of cautions, we're talking in the 13 to 15 range. I think their night is just about over there, unfortunately, for the driver of the 72 out here. We'll see if he is still sitting on pit road or if he is making his way around the racetrack right now. Believe that is officially the end of the evening for the driver of the 72. Some shots around Daytona here. The virtual Daytona, you see the Daytona International Speedway virtual victory lane right there. That's all where these guys are trying to get to here this evening as they continue to make their way around Daytona here for 100 laps. GEN6 continues us under green. Well, we were trying to dial up Evan Perry to try to get his thoughts. Obviously, hear his frustrations. Evan, if you are still out there, maybe checking in on the YouTube land, pop back in here. Want to hear your thoughts? Let these drivers' frustrations be heard. I mean, Evan, definitely one of the better drivers out here, especially in these GEN6 cars, has a ton of experience in them. So definitely he is going to be frustrated that his night ended so early here in this race, especially, like I said, in the GEN6 cars where he has just so much experience. So I'd love to get his input on things, what has happened, what has transpired, and maybe just some drivers' thoughts up here in the booth. As different camera camera angles we're going to continue to play with. Man, I was really hoping to get that new broadcast feature up for you guys, but definitely going to be, if you can nail it next week, you guys are going to be in for one hell of a show, as well as the guys out on the racetrack. Always put on one hell of a show here for the Masters of the Draft. They do such a great job. You see Joe Wells showing his nose a little bit right now. I think for the most part, everyone's competitively calm, I think is the best way we can describe it right now. These guys, they're side by side, but nobody's really pushing right now. Everyone's just kind of monitoring their temps, kind of holding their spots, seeing what the side draft will do. They're kind of stuck in this monotonous side-by-side right now, but you see even the 6 really not pushing. The 21, the 14, not all over the back bumper of the 46 of Steven Anderson there. So, guys just kind of content riding right now. The 6 knows that he can kind of right there. You see that side draft. Just hold that inside lane at bay right now with nobody really pushing. Just calm out there. Get some laps under your belt. Make the halfway mark and see what happens. But I am noticing something right about this here area. The guys that caught up in the earlier wreck, they're now a little bit tighter. I think if they can get a couple laps or 2 more of pushing, you'll see right here off the nose of Al Lincoln's, you see that lead pack right there, about probably another lap. He will be all over and in the draft of Tommy Rogers and company right there. And then that top 17 group will be about 24 or so. They'll gain 4 or 5 cars in that lead pack. Yeah, you see it here. They are quickly catching, and then a little bit further back, you have Dave Scott leading a pack of Jeremiah Wilson. And Ryan Wilson tucked up in this mix as well after, oh no, he is much further back than that company right there after getting caught up in that last run as well. Still out front, Segredo knocking some laps, led down. That's going to definitely boast some confidence here for Jim. He's had some pretty good runs here this season. 52 laps led. I don't go through some of the leaders here. See all the laps led right now. Anderson, no laps led. Don't believe Kano's been out front just yet. The second place changed of hands so quickly. Thurlow, likewise. I believe Drift has had quite a few laps. No, Drift has not either. Craig Martin was out front for a small portion of this race. 3 laps led here this evening. Let's just try to find who then is out front. I know Wetzel at one point, got himself out front. Right now, Scott Wise is still kind of in the mix. But he is, I believe, still 1 lap down after getting his car repaired. But right there in the lead pack if something were to happen. Also a scary place if something were to happen. To not get that lap back there. But working hard to keep himself in position. He's got to stay ahead. Get the lucky dog. If the lucky dog were to come out, I see somebody absolutely crab walking down the back straightaway. Yeah, it's still Wetzel and Scott Lay right there. Yeah, Wetzel just doing the best he can, trying to hang on to that fast repair, but right now in danger of going 1 lap down. Gotta imagine in about probably a lap or so. Yeah, not even. Here comes that lead pack right here. So I imagine by the time they even get to the back straightaway, the lead pack will catch them. He will be trapped 1 lap down. Then he will be racing Scott Wise for the lucky dog. However, with the car that's walking like that right now, unless Scott was to get caught up in one of the cautions, Bobby's got some work definitely cut out for him here this evening. Impressive, though, how fast he is going. 193 with how tore up that car is. Not bad. You know, the leader's doing 201. Heading down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. But, yeah, still got some speed. I couldn't believe they didn't catch him that lap. But, yeah, 193 for how bad that car was to wrap up. That's actually fairly impressive there. Let's go ahead and go look at our stint lakes right now. 20 laps just about the entirety of the field. Except for Sam Taylor. There is the caution. Oh, we got some guys with some huge hits back here. Lee Ball gets through it. Tommy Rogers is the 12. Yeah, we saw. Oh, and then, Lee Ball almost gets through it. Gets punted in the door. Looks like Waddle, Rogers, Melnick, Dillon, Sam Taylor, Lee Ball, Melnick, Shane Ward, Dave Scott all get caught up in this one. Let's see what breaks out the yellow here. We were just looking at the stint like to see when pit strategy was going to come into effect. And then chaos broke loose somewhere up around Joe Wells. Yeah, you see Joe Wells and McKinney kind of already off track here. Let's see. Of course, Joe Wells is moving through my running order, so let's go and move her on back here. Let's rewind. Let's see what gets happening here. So, Joe up on the top. McKinney on the bottom. The 77 is closing up the 42. Oh, Joe. Oh, no. Ah. All right, well, let's go on board before we bring anything else up. Here, let's see if we can get a look on board with the driver of the 3, figure out what happened. Huh. I'll let you guys be the judge. I have my inputs on that. I might not be right, but unless he had a steering wheel problem, looks like he waits on him right there. And then unfortunately, he tows him right into the door of the 12. And Sam Taylor, Tommy Rogers, Melnick, Waddle, all going to be caught up in this as well. I can't say innocent bystanders because I don't know for certain what happened there. We can only assume at this point. See the Sam Taylor caught up, but this is definitely going to be grounds for some interviews, shall we say. So let's not waste any more time. Let's see if we can get the driver of the 3 car up in here. Well, Joe, what happened? Well, Joe, I think, is pleading the 5th right now. Not a bad strategy. I'm trying to see if we can find the other half of that. McKinney, are you in here? I mean, they are teammates. I mean, I thought they were G Lightning teammates. I just confirmed they are. I'm pretty sure they are. Well, let's bring in some of the guys that were involved in that and maybe get their take in what may have just transpired out there on the racetrack. Good old Dylan, slightly dangerous. Is Craig up in the booth? What just transpired out on the racetrack?
Well, I think the 3 was having issues with his VR, and then I think he hit his teammate, the 03. And from the looks of it, I think the 03 never lifted and killed us. And then, yeah. I think that's what happened. I haven't looked at it, but we'll be fine. Got plenty of time to get it fixed.
Okay. I mean, from looking at it where we were sitting, it almost looked intentional. I'm like, wait a second, they're teammates. So I didn't want to throw shade, but I was like, woof, that looked rough. Was that our first fast repair we used of the evening?
Not yet, no. Surprisingly, I had like 4 minutes of damage. So
Oh, there you go. Hang on to that baby then.
Hopefully they'll wreck here before the stage. I can get 2 more minutes. But yeah, Sam had the tow, so it's not good for him. But
no.
I thought I missed it. I was hoping I was gonna miss it, but just barely got me. It looks like.
Well, real quick before we go back, Green, what are we thinking of the Gen 6 cars here for this block and how this one's kind of racing tonight? Not super aggressive just yet, but how you think this shapes up for the end?
I think you need track position because I mean I was running like 9th on the top, couldn't really do anything. So it's fun, but I just gotta feel it. You gotta just kind of keep it up front and not get stuck on the bottom on the restart. Because if the bottom don't go, you aren't able to get to the top and just really don't have anywhere to go. So top's king here. Side draft.
I know you're pretty good at it, so I'll let you get back to work, and we'll catch up with you in a little bit.
Yes, sir. Thank you, boys. Have fun. Put on a show.
Dylan in the 12 sure does that all the time there. Puts on a show as well as the entire MOTD series. The green flag is back out. You heard it. VR issues. That's what they're chalking it up to. I don't know. No, I'm just stirring the pot. Zach Cato leads us back to green. Jim Sagrinu made his way, I believe, down pit road. When we go back around one more time, we'll then try to get you all here when we were just on and off pit road to try to get you guys all up to bat. You see the Thurlow in the 38 pulling down to the bottom of the racetrack. The 42 all up on the back bumper of the 6 as they make their way down the back straightaway. And they're around again. Christian Rhodes caught up in another one with DeWitt. Man, Christian, I'm trying to get a sip of water in here, and you just keep the craziness now. Not looking too bad on the 4. DeWitt looking like he went for a pretty good spin here. Let's get ourselves in a higher up camera here. Going down the back. Oh. Hold on here. Is this a checkup in front of the 77 that causes him to step out of line? Yeah, a little bob and a weave, and then he steps out. And then, yeah, I mean, there's just nowhere to go if you're the 4. He's also got the 46 all over the back end. 64 sees it coming early. Oh, Dave Scott just getting caught. Oh, Melnick, the 22 of Craig Martin getting punted up into that. The 3 is going to drive right into the door of the 4. Oh, man, if you're looking at the top of your screen, the 75 just comes back across the 46's nose here. So, I got to imagine a lot of these guys are probably pushed in bumpers, but can't imagine too many are absolutely tore up right now. Yeah, the 4 looks okay. Gonna look back here at DeWitt. Yeah, a crinkled up fender. Some damage in the door. The 22 might have the worst of it all there. We're getting turned. Yeah, he's got wheel damage on the right front. 75 is... where are you at? There, Mr. Scott. Maybe towing? I'm not seeing. There he is. It has him scored in 7th. Sparks fly. Oh, Melnick's car is pretty rough. So it looked like out of all of that, I think Melnick wanted to go to pit road. Melnick, sir, if you're watching the broadcast, unless you're on a faster pace, you just on a long laps. I don't think faking your way onto pit road got anybody because that thing is toast, as they like to say. Zach Cato continuing to lead us around right here. Well, we'll see if we can bring in our good buddy here. I think he is maybe put this thing to bed here tonight for the driver of the 34 car, Mr. Tommy Rogers. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? I'm out of the race.
Yeah, I see that. You got caught up in some shenanigans. Give us your thoughts on what happened there.
Well, I didn't go back and watch the replay. I was a little, I guess, upset. But looked like Joe Wells and a white car, I'm not sure who that white car was, went off the track, and then all I seen was the white car coming back on track and right in the middle of the pack, and it was over from there.
Yeah,
That's how she ended.
I heard something about VR issues. I don't know. I'm not gonna throw stones.
Joe said that.
It didn't look good. Let's put it that way.
Joe did say that. Joe, like I said, Joe did have his VR, but the white car is the one that came back onto the track. So
yeah, he was getting.
I don't know if he was out of control or what,
Joe. Once they went back down the racetrack, Joe's car clipped him again in the right rear, and it was all she wrote from there. And it just turned him back up the racetrack. It was McKinney, I believe.
Yeah, I probably should have went back and watched the replay, but I was like, I'm just gonna go and race something else, and there's nothing to race really.
Well, we got an open seat in the broadcast booth. I'm just saying. If you get bored, feel free to jump back and forth.
I'm coming in. All
right. Move on in. I got extra beer here.
Perfect. Make sure you stream your...
I gotcha. We're getting there. We'll get it eventually. We'll figure this thing out. Your boys, though, Zach Cato, Sagridu having a good run. What do you think of that so far? The experience paying off for them cats?
Well, that's where alliances really matter. You see LSH is running right now with AWR. They were running up front forever. We're not quite sure why Jim pitted when he did. We'd be kind of curious to know why he did, but I heard Kate, over chat when that happened. He was saying, "Why are you pitting, Jim? Why are you pitting?" But they're not in the same chat, so they don't know.
Well, maybe his own strategy. Maybe just had to go grab another beer from the kitchen. You never know.
I don't know. Not when you're leading the race.
Yeah, right? I mean, come on, Jim. It's all right. We'll make sure we give him a shitload of grief about that later. But right now, you got Thurlow, Cato, Kaiser Drift, Branch. There's Sagrinu. He's going to be third car on the outside. So, I mean, maybe not the worst strategy. Went ahead and got some services done. Still kept that car up there. Every time we go to look at this damn pit stint length here, which will throw up now 28 laps for a majority of your the entire top 5, I should say. Then Scott out there. Is this factual that Jerry Fassett's been out there 50 laps? I find that hard to believe there, Tommy.
I think he's been caught up in anything. He's been running towards the front of the pack. Most of the issues, I want to say, it's possible.
All right. Well, maybe Jerry's got something figured out. The rest of us ain't figured out just yet. As we're back, green flag racing here in the air. Zach Cato, power down. He is back out front here. Thurlow on the bottom of the racetrack. Drift just in behind. Cato been getting a lot of kudos from a lot of guys out there on the racetrack. Tommy is a lot of nods for their successes out on the racetrack. Is tonight the night that maybe somebody returns the favor?
It might be. Like you said, there's a few guys that are due, so somebody needs to start returning them favors. That's for sure. But you know how it is, man. 80 laps into a race, everybody forgets everything.
Yeah, you could have a best friend for 99 of 100 laps that you would give your dog to, or tell your wife to remarry if something has ever happened to you, but on lap 99, you forget everything that person's ever done for you when the checker flag's coming out. Cato's now got Segredo tucked right up behind him. There, Segredo, I thought Segredo was in that mode already, but he gets his nose back up in behind Cato there. It seems like it's a little bit more even than we're used to seeing there, Tommy, with the high versus the low lanes out there on the racetrack, but it still seems like the high lane's going to be where you want to be able to defend for the race win. Is Drift right here. Cato gets an aggressive side down. Drift gets it back to the line.
Yeah, one of the things you might not know on this is a setup that Scott threw together. And what's happening is they're on the rear end of the car. Guys are, that car is getting a little bit looser than what we're accustomed to running in the Gen 6. And
is that Drift gets turned right there?
Yellow.
Oh, branch in the inside wall. Who else we got down there? Is that Jerry Fassett? You jinxed them. Jerry's in it. The 24 Elite Ball's in it. Christian's in it again as well. You were just saying the rear of the car gets loose, and I think that's exactly what happens to Drift down here on the bottom of the racetrack.
I think so. Did you double check that you had my volume on?
Should be.
Okay.
You guys let us know. Can you hear Tommy Rogers up in the booth with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're picking
But
up.
just
I
so you
gotcha.
know, I'm a little sick, man.
That's all right. As long as you don't get me sick. Just stay on your side of the booth, would you? No. So let's go ahead here and take a look. Where is Mr. Drift here in our running order? Of course, it still has him scored P2. I think that's just at the time of this incident. So right here, the 28 is going to get to the back bumper of the 14 going down the back straightaway here. The 6 and 21 are a little out of shape. I think we're going to have to move on. So coming up off the corner. Yeah, he's just going to tag him. Oh, he's just going to tag him in a bad spot there. He's going to get him in the outside. Oh, Cato's going to take a shot. Thurlow's going to end up with some nose damage, turning down the racetrack. The 12's in it. Scott Wise is in it. The 46. Rhodes, I can't tell if he got turned or if he just jumped on the brakes hard there. Some of these guys, I think, are going to go down here and make some pretty significant contact to the inside wall. Lincolns gets through it. Down there as well. Branch slides all the way down. Leeball is going to go down, and Leeball somehow, I don't know if he's going to suffer any damage in this. I like how I clicked on Alex Leeball, and it puts us in a totally different driver. Here we go. We'll get queued up from Alex Leeball. Oh, right there in the door of the 71. Could have been worse, though. Tommy could have absolutely murdered that inside wall.
Yeah, you could have, for sure.
That's a long slide down there. So, now, Jim stays out. Ryan Wilson stays out. A couple guys stay out. So, maybe this part of the strategy of Mr. Segredo that we were all questioning. Maybe he's about to show us that we don't have no idea what we're talking about.
All right. I'm starting to get my stuff set up. I've got the broadcast back up now and just getting everything situated.
So, several guys still sitting on pit road right now. Well, yeah, we were wondering about a strategy. There's no better way to ask it. Just go ahead and ask the man. Let's bring in Jim Segredo up into the booth. Segredo! It's Craig and Tommy up in the booth. What's up, buddy?
Hi, guys. I'm doing okay. How about you guys?
More than okay. 20 laps left for the old 2-1 car.
I tell you, man, I'm feeling terrible right now. I just chopped in the Highline chat and just apologized to Cato, man. I hate wrecking my teammate like that. We're pushing so hard, but he's trying to coach me up, man. Doing the best I can here.
Okay, so maybe we got it wrong. We saw the 14 come up and tag the 6. Are you saying that maybe we saw it backwards?
I may have been too aggressive. I don't know. From my vantage point, it looked like I hooked the 6, and then I hooked myself and the 6 into the 14, but I'm not sure.
You know what?
It's very questionable.
Getting a second look at it, you might be right. I cast the blame way too early here. This is all your fault. Damn it, Jim. No, I'm just kidding. It just looks like a car's dancing around. Tommy was just saying too how much the cars are dancing around in the rear. Aaron, yeah, just honestly, yeah, just looks like it kind of you're being aggressive on the back bumper here, and I think Jason Branch and you make a little bit of contact, and then it comes down and turn the 14 up into the 6.
Yep, 21 hits 14.
Yep. That's how I thought about it. I honestly was so aggressive in that turn. I probably should have let off a little bit more. I just didn't want to lose that side draft momentum. I tried to push Cato out there, but it was a racing deal, man. I hate that for Cato, man.
Well, 21 laps led for the 21 car. I know you just had a moment on the racetrack, but overall, race looking pretty good. You got a little right front damage on that thing right now. But how do you get that 21 car to victory lane tonight? You got a little bit off strategy here with the pit sequence, intentional or right where you want to be?
Well, I got my tag team partner right here on my inside, so hopefully we can pick up where Cato left off here, and hopefully Zach gets up here with us, and we can a 3-car trio and lead AWR to victory tonight.
There you go. Well, good luck. Get ready to get back to work. Maybe just don't turn your teammates anymore.
I'm trying not to. That's my one warning. I promise you that.
Tommy, what's my slogan? Nobody what?
Nobody wrecks Dark Horse like Dark Horse.
Nobody wrecks more AWR cars than AWR cars. Good luck, Jim. Yeah, you know what? I set you up for that, Tommy. Getting ready for the green flag. Well, Tommy, now that you're back in the booth, just messing around with me here. Yeah, we're coming up to our mark. I'm going to need those predictions, but wrapping up our 6th caution of the night, you got 2 of our favorites, Segredo and Wilson up front, 57 down, 58 on the board. Tommy Rogers in the booth with us here at CSR Broadcast. This night ends a little early, but overall, what were you thinking out there on the racetrack? A little different, a little fun? Like, what was the vibe out there? You know, you were talking about the handling of the race car, but how was it out on the track?
The vibe was a lot of just little wrecks for just being overly aggressive within like the first 10 laps of the race. It was pretty intense there. And like even myself, I pretty much ruined my own race to an extent because you got one fast repair in the Masters of the Draft. I ended up with about a minute of damage off of one of those early wrecks. I went ahead, got it fixed, and was 100% fixed. I went through the entire time, came back around next pit, left my fast repair on, and it used it just to repaint the car.
My Lord. I mean, you were talking about the aggressiveness. I mean, I know we're coming to one of the stages where points are on the line, but these boys 3 wide, really slicing and dicing over here. So I guess they're not done being aggressive.
No, they're definitely not.